Hey, what's going on, guys? Izzo here, bringing you guys something a little bit different today. This is some NBA Live 14 gameplay from the Xbox One, and what I wanted to do in this commentary is just give you guys my opinions on this game, NBA Live 14, and give you guys a quick little review, break down some of the stuff in the game, comparing it to NBA 2K14, because if you guys are thinking about getting a basketball game for the next-gen consoles, I definitely would recommend going with NBA 2K14, and I'll talk about that a little bit in this video. But the reason why I picked this game up, and I'm definitely not keeping this game. This is like a quick little tip. GameStop actually has a, if you're in America, I don't know what I think it's called just Game in the UK, but I'm not sure if it's exactly the same or not. But I know that GameStop in America has like a 7-day used game return policy. So if you buy the game used and you have the receipt, you can take it back within 7 days and get your full money back. You don't get store credit, you get your actual money back. So it's basically like you're trying out the game for free. So that's what I wanted to do with this, because NBA 2K14, the servers are all messed up and there's a glitch with the game right now that makes it unplayable, and they're working on a patch and it's just taking them forever, and I was really bored, so I decided to get this and try it out. And I haven't played NBA Live since 2006. I played NBA Live 06 way back on the GameCube, and back then I really didn't know too much of a difference because I didn't start playing 2K until 2007, and even back then it was a lot better than NBA Live. But NBA Live took a few years off because they really could not compete with 2K. They're trying to come out and make a good impression with NBA Live 14 here on the next gen consoles. And the only thing that I can say about it is a massive disappointment. EA Sports should honestly be kind of embarrassed that they couldn't put out a better product than this with the technology of the next-gen consoles. I mean, if you compare NBA 2K14 on the next-gen consoles to this game on the next-gen consoles, I don't even know if this game is on the current-gen consoles, but it's clear as day. 2K is better in really every single area of the entire game. The only thing that NBA Live 14 has on 2K is like the screen overlay right there, like the scoreboard. It's got the official ESPN scoreboard, and that's the only thing that is better about NBA Live 14, and that's such a little, like, that's not even that big of a deal at all. But the graphics, you guys can see, I don't know if you guys can 100% tell from just watching this gameplay. You might be able to see in some close-ups, but the player models look really, really bad. It honestly looks like something that you would see on PlayStation 2, like or PlayStation 2 or GameCube or something like that. Like, you guys can see this up close. That is extremely unrealistic compared to 2K. Current gen 2K14 is better than next gen NBA Live 14, which is really kind of crazy. I don't really know how they couldn't make something better than this as far as the graphics go. I think they focused. This has kind of been something that EA is always focused on. It seems like they're like the outside surroundings, like the crowd and the floor and the scorers table and all kinds of that stuff. That stuff almost looks better than the player models, and the gameplay feels really bad, and it's just, they need to focus more on the gameplay and more on the actual graphics of the like the players and how everything works and stuff. It's just really kind of funny how they couldn't make something better than this. But the graphics are just straight up horrible. The players look really glossy. They look kind of deformed. Compared, like, if you look at the smaller details, like with the accessories, like arm sleeves and stuff, it really looks super boxy, and it just doesn't really look like something you would see on a next-gen console. As far as the gameplay goes, it feels really, I wouldn't necessarily say robotic. It does feel a little bit robotic, but it's just not very smooth at all. And the player movements don't look very natural. You can definitely tell that is a video game. And obviously you can tell that 2K is a video game too, but it just looks a lot more realistic compared to NBA Live 14, which doesn't look realistic at all. So the gameplay is pretty bad. One of the things that kind of annoyed me is how hard it is to time your shot. They basically made it where if you don't get a perfect release, the shot is not going to go in no matter what. Unless maybe you have, like, if you're playing with like LeBron or Kevin Durant or somebody like that, maybe there's a little bit of leeway there where if you get a slightly off release, maybe the shot will go in. I'm not really sure, but as I said, this was my first game playing, and this is the Rising Stars mode, the rookie showcase thing. And my guys obviously doesn't have very high attributes or anything since this was my first game, so maybe that had something to do with it. But the release, it's really hard because you can't really improve the release of your shots because there's nothing that tells you if you were early or late or anything like that. That's something I would have rather seen them do, so you can at least improve. And the free throws are the same way. You can't tell, you can't really tell, you know, how your release was, if it was slightly early, if it was slightly late. You can't really tell that. But I went way too in depth with the whole release thing. But just some other minor details, like when you're creating your player, there's a limited number of heads you can choose from, and each head has like 3 hairstyles. And if you want to put a headband on your guy has to be completely bald, which is really stupid. And just minor things like that. You can't, you know, you can't customize your signature jump shots, and there's nothing in the game like that. I mean, obviously the built-in players, like when they have LeBron James and Kevin Durant and Kobe Bryant and all those guys, they have their signature jump shots, but you can't create your own signature jump shot from what I've seen so far. So overall, NBA Live 14 is just a pretty big disappointment. If you're trying to get a basketball game for the next-gen consoles, 100% go with NBA 2K14. On the PlayStation 4, I'm pretty sure that it's fixed now. On the Xbox One, they're coming out with a patch relatively soon, hopefully, that will fix it for good, because there's just been massive trouble with it. And that's kind of something that I was disappointed in with 2K, how bad they've handled this whole server issue. It's taking them literally weeks for them to get it back up, and that's just something that I'm kind of disappointed with. But overall, even though 2K is broken at the moment, definitely get that instead of NBA Live 14, because NBA 2K14 is really an amazing game, pretty much all the way through if it wasn't for these server issues and stuff. But that's pretty much it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, just to recap, NBA Live 14 is absolutely terrible, so I would not recommend getting it. But as I said, that's the end of the video. Drop a like on it if you enjoyed, and subscribe for more videos. And I'll try to get a video out for you guys sometime soon. Talk to you guys later.